Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a break with Stephen Shamus.
Good to see you, my friend. How's it going?
Always a pleasure. Great, wonderful. I'm finally home for the next month or so before New York. I'm done traveling for a little while, so that's good. Can rest.
Pick up any goodies at your last show?
I was too busy at my last show to really hammer down, but I did get Hate, the guy that did Hate, and Buddy Goes to Jail. I did get a commission from him. His name's forgetting
Peter
right now.
Baggy?
Peter Bag. Yeah. Peter Baggy. Yep. Good job. 10 points to Stephen for an independent.
I'm good.
Yeah. And that's an independent comic. I got a Peter Baggy Tintin sketch. So that was good. That was worth it.
That's pretty
Some
cool.
promo books.
And then I feel like in a year from now, we're going to be talking about the Emerald City exclusive, blah, blah, blah.
I know. And I'm just going to be shaking my head, looking down.
Like, I saw it on the table. I didn't get a chance to buy it.
I picked up one Rick and Morty Oni Press exclusive book, and it's a lenticular Rick and Morty #1 reprint. And those are exclusive. I did get that. But right now, they're not so hot right now. I got to wait. I got to wait till the new season comes out.
Got to wait here. Yeah.
That's
all
it.
Right. So what do we got today, Alex?
We're doing some solid independent books this round. It's no Marvel, no DC. We're going to start with Occult Crimes Task Force. Mm-hmm. We're going to move to 8 Billion Genies, which is absolutely on fire right now.
On fire.
Lazarus, which is not on fire, but it's always been hot. And then we're going to end it with Cowboy Ninja Viking.
Yeah. So a little bit of a mix going on here.
Mix.
All right. Yeah, this 8 Billion Genies is crazy. Okay. So what are we starting with now?
Occult Crimes Task Force, OCT.
Right. Now, that's a Rosario Dawson project, correct?
Yes. And if you remember in the early 2000s, you could go to your said local store or convention, and Rosario Dawson would literally be in Artist Alley signing books, easy as pie, walking up to her.
Really?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. She was.
Wait, when was this?
At Wizard World. I definitely saw her at one or two Wizard Worlds. Local Baltimore Comic-Con, she was at an Artist Alley table. I mean, she was busy, obviously. She had signing times, but it wasn't.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. When this book came out, she was heavily promoting it. I want to say I definitely saw her at a Baltimore Con. She had like 3 people in line at all times. She was talking to people, taking pictures. There wasn't selfies back then. We didn't call it that. But I remember vividly, because now it's like, you can't get within 10 feet of Rosario Dawson without spending some money.
No.
She's a star. No. She's a star.
Got it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about OCT. So the book is listed. So first it was 12 Gauge Comics, right?
Yes.
That came out in 2006. There's a no name, I guess 2006. Okay.
Yeah, she was unknown, but not super.
Yeah. Right. She was more like from Clerks at that point.
Yeah.
Zero pop on that book. It's unnumbered from 12 Gauge Comics. It was a Heroes Con exclusive. It is a impossible to find book.
Yeah.
And I can't even find it for sale, raw or graded. Have you seen a copy of this book?
Probably sitting on her table when she was signing him at Heroes Con. I think I was there that year. This might be why I'm remembering it. But I've never seen him otherwise. And even if I did, I probably would have been like, yeah, whatever. Throw it in a bin for 50 cents. Like, we wouldn't have.
But by the way, you want to talk about throwbacks at Wizard shows? I remember when WotC first came out with Magic the Gathering, and they were handing out packs of the alphas and the alpha, and they couldn't give them away. Like nobody cared. Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Do you know what those packs are? They're like tens of thousands of dollars per pack.
Yeah. Ask the Gary Gygax fans, about all the first edition Dungeons and Dragons books that were rotting in libraries for years.
Okay, so after the 12 Gauge one, then the Image one came out in July of 2006. Occult Crimes Task Force, OCT #1. There are only 4 9.8s, so they're not really existent. They're only $5 to $9 raw, but I think if you have a 9.8, you're going to get big money for it, especially for a book from 16 years ago, because you're not just going to find them in top grade.
No.
So if you could find these at a show for $5 to $10, I would go get them graded. Rosario Dawson and David Atchison story, Tony Chastain cover and art. I like Tony. Tony's part of that Atlanta crew.
Yeah. Tony's been around for a while.
Was it Gaijin? Is it Gaijin Studios?
Gaijin? I don't know. You're right.
So. Okay.
I don't remember.
I'm always Mike. Alex, I'm always right.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Even
Write
you
it
know,
down.
Mike's my middle name, so you were half right there. So
I don't even know why I said that, by the way. I don't even know how that popped in my head. I'm like looking at different characters. I don't even know why. Okay. Then there's the Rosario 1 in 10 signed incentive. You were talking about how she signed a lot of shows.
Signed a lot,
That one's about $70 raw.
Yeah,
so that one's a pretty good one.
You could with CBCS, you could probably send that away and get an authenticated signature.
Right, you'll get a yellow from CBCS.
Yep.
Okay, got it. All right, what do we got next, Alex?
8 gazillion billion genies.
Now, is that going to be on Amazon or something?
It is an Amazon. Amazon picked it up. And if it's anything like The Boys, it's going to be out of control.
Okay, so what's the story?
So 8 billion genies is essentially, what if one day every person on Earth got a genie and could make one wish? And it just, chaos ensues. Comedy, chaos, and everything in between.
What would you wish for? One wish.
I have no idea. Money, I guess. Money's the easy part.
No, but then everyone's going to do it, and then you got inflation.
And then inflation, so I don't know. Immortality. I don't know. No. I don't even know that.
All right, so this book has gone absolutely bonkers, Alex.
Yes.
Came out in 2021, so it's only a year old, and not even a year old.
Not even. Point. Yeah, 8 months, 9 months. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got the special preview edition from 3D Cowboy Comics, December of 2021. There's only 2 9.8s. I've only seen them remarked, so I don't know if they just sold them that way.
This was C2E2 last year. I was there. I did buy one. I've sold my copy.
Why?
I like money. I didn't think it would be worth as much as it got to be, and I was like, man, it's time to sell. But they were C2E2s. If you went to C2E2, he had them there, and every single copy that was bought, I believe they were $10, 10 or 15, maybe even 20. Ryan Brown would do a little sketch on it.
That's why.
Would draw on it. Every single one.
I've only seen them remarked.
Yeah,
I've not seen them.
That's the only way to get them. Yep.
Those are $300 raw right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Money.
So then, you blew it. You blew it again. Okay. So 8 Billion Genies #1, the Ryan Brown cover A, May of 2022. There are 47 9.8s. It's a $40 to $50 raw book. It's a $200 to $250 9.8. Again, Charles Soule story, Ryan Brown art. Then there's the Jenny Frison and Tim Seeley variant cover B, which makes sense for Chicago. Yeah. They're both in Chicago. 32 9.8. That's about $175 to $200. Then your Irish friend, the Clon Shalvey variant cover C, 9.8. That's about $150, $40 raw. Then there's the Andre Divoff Famous Genies Celebrity 1 in 10 variant cover D. There's only one 9.8. That's a $20 to $25 raw book. Then there's the Ryan Brown Curse Words Parody 1 in 25 variant cover E, 12 9.8s, $60 to $70 raw.
Wow.
Then there's the Ryan Brown Glitter Cat 1 in 50 variant cover F, 9.8s. That's about $300. Then there's the blank sketch cover G, 0 pop, $20 to $25 raw. Now you got some other special editions here. Trish Forstner Bird City Comics edition, limited to 500. It's a homage to the Super Mario Brothers 3 Nintendo cover. I think that's the most popular one of all the covers.
That's a good homage cover, yeah.
There are 49 9.8s. That's a $550 plus book. That's the book that everybody wants, the Super Mario one. And then Michael Ivan variant cover, limited to 500. 3 9.8s. That's a $60 to $75 raw book. The Joseph Schmalke Virgin variant cover, 4 9.8s. That's also limited to 500. That's $50 to $60 raw.
Jeez.
Then there's the Seth Adams Things from Another World Virgin edition, 2 9.8s. That's about $500, with raw being about 100. Then there's the Harvey Talabeo Virgin variant cover. There are 4 9.8s. That's about a $250 book, also limited to 500. The second print came out pretty recently. It's $5 to $8 raw, and then the third print ships in September.
Get it now.
It's going to be its cover price. So this book is absolutely smoking. Alex.
Absolutely, it's crazy.
It's crazy. All right, Alex's pick of the week. What do you got?
you sang the Muppet Babies theme song last week, so of course I went down the Muppet Babies rabbit hole, and realized there's really not that much merchandise of Muppet Babies stuff. There was a lot of stuffed animals because again, Muppet Babies was, an 80s cartoon, but it wasn't like He-Man, so it wasn't like action adventure, so it was more geared towards the young side. And just kind of looking online and like scrolling through stuff, a lot of that stuff's really hard to find. Like Muppet Babies merchandise is not easy. For example, there's a LP of songs from the cartoon. Those sell for between 50 and $60. And then you start looking at like the McDonald's toys. Those aren't super expensive, but in general, there's not a lot of Muppet Babies merchandise. And I think once you start seeing this nostalgia stuff, there's a new cartoon on Disney that reimagines it and everything. And once these people start getting into Muppet Babies, you start looking at this stuff and you realize it's hard to come by. This is not easily found stuff. And Muppets, goes in waves. It goes in, it's in its popularity, it goes down, and it comes right back up. So we're looking at another jump of Muppet stuff, and I think if you're at garage sales, finding Muppet Baby stuff is going to be the way to go.
Right. I love that show. That was a great show.
That was a great one. It's a great one.
All right, what do we got next, Alex?
Oh boy, my favorite and your favorite, Lazarus, Greg Rucka.
All right, so this book has been climbing lately. Yeah. Any particular reason why, or what's the story about?
I definitely think it has already been semi picked up to be a TV show or a movie. It's a Greg Rucka book. This is not the first time Greg Rucka's made movies or TV shows based on his stuff. This is a kind of a fun book and kind of an easy thing to do in the movie landscape. It's not crazy. You don't need a million special effects. It's essentially, it's a post-apocalyptic world. And there's, the best way to describe it is like mob families that run everything. And then they're on a caste system. So you have like extremely poor people that do all the hard labor, and then the people that are higher and get rich, and they all trade each other for different types of, like commodities, like water. Some people have, cattle, et cetera, et cetera. And it's based around this one person who is like the, Forever Carlisle. She essentially is trying to take away some of the stuff from the other families, and it's a very fun Walking Dead type style book where it's a lot of traveling and a lot of politics, and people love that stuff.
Got it. And the pops are pretty decent, but the book is ticking.
It was a big
book.
book
Is ticking up. Yeah. So Lazarus #1, Michael Lark cover, June of 2013. There are 565 9.8s. There's actually 61 signature series 9.8s. That's about a $75 to $100 book in a blue label. Greg Rucka story, Michael Lark cover and art. There's a CBLDF edition, 38 9.8s. It's a $30 raw book, very, very hard to find.
Yeah.
Then there's the Michael Lark Comic Asylum splash page variant. There are 56 blue label, 55 gold label 9.8s. That's a $35 raw. I'm surprised I can't. It's funny. This Lazarus is very interesting. Even though the pops are decent, you can't find 9.8s for sale.
People are holding them.
Only find the raw books.
Yeah, people are holding
them. $35 raw on that one. Michael Lark Forbidden Planet edition, 112 9.8s. That's about a $35 raw book. Then there's the purple Midtown Comics edition, which you probably have seen.
A million of them.
38 9.8s, $12 raw. The second print sketch cover came out in July of 2013. There are 5 9.8s, and that's about a $5 raw book. So this book has definitely been ticking up lately. The prices have been increasing. All right, what are we closing with tonight, Alex? This is an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a super awesome premise. It's called Cowboy, Ninja, Viking.
It sounds like that Cowboys and Aliens.
Cowboy. It's not. It's. I've never read or seen that movie or read that book. It's a million times better already. I promise you.
Okay, so tell me about this Cowboy, and I think there's a Chris Pratt film coming on it.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt's attached to star in this movie that's based on the comic book, which is a really fun idea. So essentially, there's a like a CIA type government that took multiple personality disorder patients and formed each personality and kind of made them assassins and stuff. So they go They go rogue and they hire one of the guys, Duncan, who was in it, to essentially hunt them down and stop them because they are now assassins for other people. They're not part of the government anymore. So when I say Cowboy, Ninja, Viking, that is the three personalities of the main character. And then he fights people with like other personalities like sniper, archer, clothing designer, or conquistador, Green
Ah,
Beret, surfer,
that's clever.
executioner, sports broadcaster, samurai. So it's like it's really neat when you see. It almost feels like a Chew book. How Chew had the different kind of uh powers everybody had. So it's neat. It's a very neat
That's
book. Very
clever.
neat premise. Yeah.
That's clever. Okay, got it. Cowboy Ninja Viking #1, October of 2009. Wow, it took a long time to get there, right?
Yeah. It's been in production. Heck. Yeah.
Yeah, 26, 9.8. It's about a $250 book, but it's climbing. AJ Lieberman story, Riley Rossmo cover and art. So that does it for this week.
That's it.
Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the field below. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see everybody next week. Same bad time.
Same bat channel. Thanks, guys.